Hey, John.
Hey Jay, what you doing?
Oh, just stringing a racket here, raining outside. What's going on today?
Besides your strings breaking, how do you know when it's time to string a racket?
Well, this member actually brought their racket in, and the strings looked like they were in a V shape. A lot of nicks on the string. We noticed that they were really loose, and you can also look and you can see the wear too of the string. So it's good to get that check. Come by, and we can give you our assessment on the strings and the grip.
Um, I noticed some people like polyester on one side of the strings, and then they use a synthetic gut or something on the other. Um, uh, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think a lot of people like the feel of. Oh, I missed a hole. Thanks, John.
Sure.
Man, maybe
I don't
I
know
should
anything
be
about
asking the questions and you should be stringing. Anyway, thanks, sir. What was your question again, John? I
The
forgot.
two different types of strings. What does the polyester do for string for the feel of the racket and
I think
kind
it
of the
gives
hybrid?
you, yeah, I think the polyester definitely gives you a little better feel. It also gives you a little more grab on the ball. So if you're hitting topspin, it tends to jump a little bit more off your strings. And I think people like that. The synthetic gut coming in on the crosses, that just helps the elbow so that it gives them a little bit more of a cushion feel. Because if you were to do polyester all the way through, that could end up hurting your arm if you strung it too tight.
Mhm.
What, John, would you suggest in terms of tension for a racket? Like, what do you
Well,
do?
you know that I like to string it really low, and I've always played with it low. I get that trampoline effect. I really like that. Um, Last night, Jonathan Bluestone, shout out Jonathan, um,
Hey, what's up, John?
played with my racket, and he noticed that, or made the observation that he needed to hit with a lot of spin to control a loosely strung racket. He said, "Where it really flies on you." Um, it's kind of true. If you the lower tension, you really have to go after the ball because you're going to get a lot of spring off of that. If you don't, the tighter the string, the more control you're going to have. The strings just don't give.
Right. I prefer that, John.
Yeah.
A little bit tighter. I
Yeah.
feel like I have a little more control of the ball.
Mhm. You know when your strings move
Yeah.
back and forth, a lot of that has to do with the type of string you're using. I noticed that polyesters don't have that movement that you see with the synthetic guts. I think it's just a rougher string, so I think that can help with string with spins too, because there's not so much energy being put into string movement. The
Gotcha.
strings are staying stable, so they bite the ball a little bit better.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say most people do they go with polyester, you think, or synthetic? What do you think?
You're the string master here. How many rackets do you string a week? Seems like you're on the machine
we
quite a
do,
bit.
yeah, we do a fair amount. I would say we do between 5 and 10 rackets a week.
Mhm.
So
What do you see? What are they mostly hybrid? Or?
we do both, John, to be honest with you. We do hybrid and we do synthetic gut.
Mhm.
We like the synthetic gut, very similar to that, a sensation, a real soft string. People like that on their arm,
Mhm.
so that works really well. And then, what do you think about grips? Now, there's been some theory behind, hey, if you have a little bit fatter grip, that maybe can help your elbow. What do you think?
You know, I've heard it both ways.
Yeah.
What I think you just want to do what works best for you. I like a larger grip. I feel like I don't have to grip it so tight to hold on to it. It fits in my hand a little bit better. I've experimented with bigger grips, and there is a point where it starts to fatigue your hand. So play around with grip size if you're having a little elbow or hand issue, and see if you can't minimize that the strength needed to hold onto your racket.
John, do you like overwraps? What
I do, because
What are those?
those
Can you
are those.
explain kind of what those are for?
Yeah, it's just a thinner wrap that you put over your regular grip that we call a replacement grip. The replacement grip's the thicker grip that is right next to the racket handle, and then on top of that you can put an over grip. That just gives you the ability to replace a slick grip more frequently. It's less expensive, and gee, they last just about as long as a replacement grip as far as maintaining attackiness to it. That's easy to grip.
Right. Now, in terms of the racket, the other thing I guess I always get people asking questions. Hey, vibration dampener, a good thing, bad thing? What does it really do? Can you fill us in with
I think
what
it's
do you
personal
do?
preference.
Personal. Okay.
Do you use one?
I do, but I grew up not using one, and I've kind of changed.
Yeah. I just like the feel that you get. I don't know if it. I've seen test results before that suggest that there's no vibration dampening that finds its way to your elbow or anything like that. That it's just the sound and the feel of the racket. So
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I would agree with you. I like the sound is different.
Yeah.
It's a truer sound to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, neat. So if you haven't had your racket restrung in the last 8 months to a year, definitely need to come in, and we'd love to help you pick out a string or grip. And typically, John, how often do you string your rackets? I know you log a lot of time on the court teaching and rallying.
I play until they break. I use all synthetic now, so probably once a week.
Yeah.
String a racket.
Yeah.
So, how about you?
I string mine probably about every 2 weeks. I have 2 rackets.
Do
so
they
I
break
rotate them
before you string them? Or do you
No, they lose the tension first.
So you string
And
them.
I string it because they're losing tension. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right.
All right. If you want more information on stringing, you can click on Jay's head.
And John needs to go. He's hungry. He needs to go get some lunch.
I'm losing it.
All right. See you guys.
All right.